All right, Sam Tolbert, Sound of Joy Music Services, and we're on to our next viewer request. The early age praise song, Oh Magnify the Lord, and in the key of E flat with a transition up to the sorry about that. Transition up to the key of F. So let's go to E flat. Again, everything I teach starts off with the major scale of the key in which we're going to be learning a song in. Number one, to exercise our hands so that they'll be free to play, to hear where the melody is made. And number three, to see how we're going to build generic chords around it. Now, this song, if you want to look at it from the number system standpoint, the one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and then back to one, and of course, freedom to move back down those same chords, you will find that this chord is like a jazz ballad. And by jazz ballad, you're gonna waltz your way into every chord progression. If you were gonna look at the melody, right there in the scales, that's where the melody is found. And in there you will find the chords. There's your one, five, one, transition, passing tone, one, four, one. Now, what happens here, as you can see, I'm using the chords that are found in the major scale. And because I've practiced them my entire life, not only as a pianist, but as a musician, I learned how to find the chords generically, of course, within the major scale, with the purpose of supporting the melody. Now, do you always have to have the melody on top? From a learning standpoint, yes. Once you get comfortable with the song and you're playing it for a congregation, then you can go in and out of the melody, which we will give you some demonstrations for that. So the full chords would be the one, four, five, or three. There's our three, but look at the chord we're using. Six, two, five. These are all passing tones till we get to the next part of the verse. One, four, five, one. Now those chords are, again, they're built on the major scale, which makes it easier to find. We have our lowest note, which for me is a designation for the number system, which I always give this disclaimer. I never learned by the number system. I learned by melody, chords, and passing tones so that I can pick and choose what chords I want to use to support the melody. So another way of doing this is the one with a flat seven, because you know you're going to the four. Now you can use this three, six, two, five. As you can see, my hands stayed there. All these chords are in the scales. And of course, my left hand has been trained also, not only to play bass notes, but to play chords. Let me see, what did I use here? And that's only done by practicing. I have a whole series on how to learn to build chords for both hands so that you can get comfortable building a chord. You see, for he, we go to the six, to the four, five, one. Now, this type of song, because it is congregational, it has a rhythm. So we've got a rhythm track we were able to locate on our keyboard. It's a little bit fast. I'm going to slow it down. That's good tempo. So as you see, now that there's a rhythm, there's a tempo, I have to judge how long I'm going to hold the chord. Why? Because the melody now has a pace. It has a rhythm behind it, which means now you can hear me doing the bounce. Yes, I have a series on the bounce. I have probably at least 8 or 9 videos teaching the bounce technique. That's just one portion of it, which is the kind of like the walking bass. Again, makes all of that possible because I have to be able to hear where a bass player might put chords or put their notes, and then have the dexterity to know where the notes are. Okay, getting ahead of myself. So Hosanna is the same thing. The 1 or the 3, because it's a 1 chord but a 3 bass. Hosanna. The 4, blessed be the rock. This is very generic. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. The 2 with a major 2. That's a minor 2, but this is a major 2. See, blessed be the rock of my salvation. Using that 7th on it, which gives us the blues sound. To the 5, put that 7th on it, so we can turn on this chord. Hosanna, blessed be the rock. Blessed, this diminished chord, which is the gospel turn, the rock of my soul. Go straight to resolve to the 5, 1. Now, what happens now is that if you're not familiar with playing this song, and the concept of what jazz is freestyle, which means you are in and out, around and above a particular path. See, so back to Hosanna 3, 4, 1, 4, go 6, 2, 5, 1, 3. Put that 7th on there, 4, sharp 4, 5. Just talking about the bass now. That's how I designate the number system. That lets you see the chords that support it. 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, holding it, stay on that 5, but resolving on your right hand, and then back to the 1. So let's go over Hosanna without drum packs. Drum track. Hosanna, blessed be the rock, blessed be the rock of my salvation. Blessed be the rock, blessed be the rock of my salvation. So what happens now as you begin? I'm going to slow that rhythm down just a bit. Slow it down, slow it. Let's slow that down just a little tad. That's coming. So now that we got a feel for where the song is going, changing keys is easy. It's just a matter of going from the 1 to the 5 in F, take it to the F. And again, you see how close these chords are? We'll show you how to actually transition. So now what you want to do now is depend upon your skill set, because I often say I never know the skill set of the viewer who's requesting the song. I don't know if you know basic jazz. I don't know. Do you have this? There it is. I hear it in my head where it's going to go. So I'm doing basic walking bass. This is jazz. 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, 6, 2, 5, 4, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. I'm actually looking at my left hand to know where the notes, because I generally don't look at the bass notes because I become comfortable of knowing where I want to go with it before I change it up. So what you want to do is whatever the melody is for this song, you know where the melody's going. So the basic chords, O, will give you this chord, magnify. This is jazz. The Lord. Passing tones, for he is worthy to be praised. Follow that same progression pattern. Turn on the 5. Now flat 7 on the 1. Oh, you can do this turn for magnify the 3. This is jazz. Flat 3, 2, 5. For he, will go with a 6 to change the chord flavoring. Is worthy, 5, to be praised. Now this is the walk up. Hosanna. You can hang right there on the 1 with a flat 7. Hosanna. Now you can go minor 4. Bless. That's the minor on the 4. Blessed be the rock. Turn on what's it, 4? Let me see, what is this? When you change keys now, because I'm sort of in A flat. Blessed be the rock. 5, 1, 4. Blessed be the rock of my sound. Now this is a walk up I like to do. This is all of the jazz feel. Why? Because it fits with this type of song. In fact, it fits with any congregational song. In this case, it's the early praise song. Hosanna, blessed be the rock, very traditional. Blessed sharp 4 be the 5, rock of my salvation. So again, not knowing the skill set of our viewer, I'm in the intermediate mode. This intermediate for me is 5 to 10 years. Beginner is 0 to, not 0, but beginner would be, depending upon what you learned and how you learn, should be from 3 to 8 years. Intermediate starts from 8 to, I'll say, 15, because you know all the scales, major and minor, and the diminished scales where you form chords. So let's look at the entire song now from an intermediate standpoint. Turning on the 5 and melody. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. Blessed be the rock. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. To the F. Kind of high for the choir or praise team. Again, the melodies in the scales. That's high for singers. Hosanna, blessed be the rock. Blessed be the rock, my salvation. So the same concept falls. Look at the major scale up to the highest note that you're going to play, because you want to be able to hear the melody where it can be found, which is in the scales, and then the associated chords. And the same chords that you would use in E flat, their designated names are the same chords you're going to use in the key of F. Kind of brought it down. See how the left and the right hand know how to complement each other? Blessed be the rock. Again, high, low. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. Passing tones. 6, 7, 1, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5. The 4, 1, 4, 1, 5, 4, no, 5, 1, 4. There it is. Again, I don't think in numbers, I think in chords, but I got to slow it down for me. Sharp 4, 5. But now I'm in the 2, which means G, in this case would normally be G minor, but we're in a G major, which means if we're in the G major chord, the G major scale is now open to me. Into the 5, which is the C. Again, the viewer, I don't know your skill set, so a lot of what I'm doing may be beneath you, or it may be a little bit advanced, but everything that I'm showing you is from the concept that I teach on this site: scales, chords, progressions, and then you pick a genre of music. In this case, we're picking jazz. So let's give you the rhythm, practice speed. Magnify the Lord, for he is worthy to be praised. Oh, magnify the Lord, for he is worthy to be praised. Turn by Hosanna, blessed be the rock, blessed be the rock of my salvation. Hosanna, blessed be the rock, blessed be the rock of my salvation. More advanced chords. Again, scales, chords, progressions that lead you to the chords that you want to go to follow the melody. Arpeggio is a broken chord. Where's that? I want to end up here. There it is. I want to see how it's going to end. All right, Sam Topa, Sound of Joy Music Services. I hope I've given you something to work on. As you can see, gospel, jazz, and R&B, they do have their place in any type of gospel or Pentecostal style of music. And as you can see, you can also throw in classical and some of the spiritual sounds also, just to have a palette to pick from. So, Sam Topa, Sound of Joy Music Services. As always, like, comment, share, and I don't want to leave one out. I've left something out. Well, don't forget to do this. Take care.